everyone, welcome to this month's edition of PT to Pilates. My name is Jinny McGivern. I'm a physical therapist here at Connected Functional Manual Therapy, and today I'm here to talk with you about the thoracic spine, and we'll talk about an exercise to help improve mobility of this area of the body. The thoracic spine is located in between your cervical spine, which is in your neck, and your lumbar spine, which is in your lower back. And the thoracic spine is different from both of these other regions of the spine because it is just one part of this entire 3D structure of your rib cage. And the purpose of the rib cage is to protect your vital organs such as your heart and lungs that are right in here. So this is super important that this functions this way. However, it does mean that this region of the body can be prone to becoming stiff or limited in mobility. This happens especially if we don't move through our body and move through this area. It can also happen if you spend a lot of time in slouchy, inefficient postures. This exercise can be done either lying on the floor or lying on your bed, and the only prop you need is something to support your head with. Could be a pillow, folded towel, yoga block, any of those. So come and lie on your side and set your pillow so that it's snug all the way up to the top of your shoulders so it supports your whole neck and your entire head, and then let that relax onto the pillow. And let your legs and your low back relax. And both of these areas are going to stay nice and still for this exercise because our goal is to be moving through this thoracic region. So bring your hand behind your head. And so normally when this region gets stiff, it tends to move as a block, meaning that there's no motion within this area. So we're going to work on upper trunk rotation to try and reinstate some of that independent motion through that thoracic region. So hand behind your head, elbow pointing towards the ceiling. Slowly take your elbow back in space. You might get a little stretch in the front of your chest, that's okay. And let your shoulder blade fall towards your spine. So now we're going to start to turn just this very upper part of your chest. So see if you can really sense that. You could even put your fingertips there if that helps you feel it. And then turn your middle chest towards the ceiling, and then finally your lower chest towards the ceiling. So coming back, move your lower chest back to the start, middle, upper, and then lastly your elbow comes to point towards the ceiling. So that's the basic motion. So now we're going to do that again. Slowly take your elbow back and start to turn your chest towards the ceiling. And stop when you feel like something has gotten tight, where it feels like there's resistance to motion. And then we're going to work on mobilizing that restriction. So first thing you can do is you can take a breath to it and think about as you exhale, letting that restriction melt into the ground. Or you can sort of come out of the restriction a little bit and then move back into it. So doing these little oscillations as you might jiggle a key in a lock that's stuck, we're jiggling this restriction in our thoracic rotation. And then coming back to the start, lower, middle, and upper. So if you found that this exercise was challenging, or if it just felt really, really tight to move through that part of your body, you may have restrictions in your thoracic cage that would better respond to a hands-on manual therapy treatment. So if that's the case, feel free to book an appointment with us online. I hope this exercise was helpful, and thank you for joining us for this month's PT to Pilates.